Hi, I recently shared why I decided to join Thrive, and I mentioned that I would have a series of videos where I would share some success stories and committee meeting talking points and some DEI considerations, etc. So today I'm very happy to share some of those success stories. Now, there's a very large list of purpose-driven advisors that would fully engage in the work that we're doing here at Thrive. With that in mind, the first conversations that I had on this topic were with Nate White in the Bay Area and Renee Scherzer in Arizona, both of them with One Digital. I'm pleased to have Renee join me to share some of the early successes that she had. As many of you know, Renee is a leader in the industry and the immediate past president of NAPA. So, Renee, thank you so much for joining me.
Well, thanks for having me, Bill.
Renee, just to kick it off, can you share what your thoughts are about Thrive and specifically how this work that we're doing with student loan debt could benefit some of your clients?
Well, again, thanks again. I think this is such an important subject. And when we had that call with Nate and invited me and our team to learn all about the great work that you're doing, how can we get people to be financially well and start saving in their retirement? And what are those key inhibitors that are preventing them from doing so? So I think that first call, I was just a sponge listening to all this great work you're doing. But one component of that really had stuck, really touched me at that moment was the student loan debt services, and really to support what you can do to help the employees that we're serving look to see, can their loans be restructured or reduced or even forgiven. And as we're going through that, I can you remind myself and see some of the conversations I had with people can save, and they were showing me and sharing with me all the debt that they were under. So the ability that you had offered and your team had offered to have a webinar where we can invite our employees, our clients and the employees they serve, to come and learn about that. That was something that was really exciting for me, and I think had success beyond what I expected.
And I remember that we had this huge response of people wanting to enroll, to learn more, and then to meet with a student loan advisor. So can you share what some of those results were, and was Thrive able to go and help those employees?
Yes, that was a big eye opener for me. We had many people attend, listen to the recording. We had that recorded session, which was fabulous. And then also sign up for these free consultations to say, does your loan qualify? Because I think, like most of us, even someone like me who's been in this industry since college, it's almost foreign. So to have a free service to say, yes, your loan does qualify for this. And we had really 6 in particular that had such great success that decided to move forward. It's kind of a subset of the group that we had on the call, that they went and also engaged with your organization to say, take my loans, what can you do with them? And we really, between the restructuring, monthly payments, and portions of some of their loans were even, portions of them were forgiven. There was a $400,000 savings just for those 6 individuals. So I think, not only were we able to reduce their debt, reduce their monthly payments, free up some money to maybe meet their basic needs, but also, for me too, is a big part of what I do is give them that peace of mind, get them resting again, because we all know what financial stress does to us ourselves, and to the employees we serve. I mean, we just want to make sure that we give them that peace of mind that that's being taken care of. So I think that was one of the biggest blessings I took from that success.
Wow, 6 people and $400,000.
Isn't that
What a
crazy?
great success story. And you just think about that next morning they woke up saying that burden's been lifted. I can think more clearly. Like you'd said, it's a big part of mental health too, the stresses
100%.
from debt and so on. So what are your next steps for you and your clients?
Well, and just one other thing on that, I paid for my own college working 2 jobs, and the debt, the amount of stress I had for that when until I had that paid off was unbearable. So, my next steps is, well, first I need more hours in the day to accomplish I want to, but I already talked to you about some clients that you're able to do some, recordings of the education, and what we can do, because there's certain clients that have very specific populations. But really leaning in on how do we take that and make that 400,000, 4 million and grow from there. But also really what what we're hearing about, and I'm getting a lot of questions is the Thrive program to help where we have that flexible match component, how you can support that, because a lot of our organizations are looking at ways to not just recruit, but retain their employees. But people are in that situation where they're still, with college cost significantly higher than when I was in school. But companies want to really be a part of helping their employees or colleagues be financially well. So really leaning into that is really that next iteration. So we're
Right.
excited.
So that piece is the one where you've got an employer budgeted match program, and then they would allow the employees to select where they want that match to go, where most will probably continue to have it go into the retirement plan. But for those that can't afford to save in the retirement plan, they may direct it to go into the student loan or emergency savings or an HSA or a 529. And this idea is actually getting some support in that there was a private letter ruling recently where an employer asked the IRS if they could allow their profit sharing to go to where the employees direct it in one of these tax advantage types of plans. So I think there'll be a lot of clients that'll be talking about that. So Renee, thank you so much for sharing your story. And it's been great working with you, and love the work that you're doing for your clients. And it's very rewarding for me, as I'm sure it is for you.
Well, I think I appreciate you so much. I respect you immensely. And I really do think what makes our industry really, our whys all align with one another. And when we can find ways to work together, that's where we're making true impactful change. So I just really, excited to get to work with you, and can't wait to see what additional success we can have together.
Oh, thank you so much. And thanks for sharing the story. Bye-bye.